Hey there, I'm meteorologist Ryan Shoptaw with your Houston Easter weekend forecast. We have rain on the way. Matter of fact, there's rain out there this morning, but storms are looking more likely later this afternoon and evening. So heads up, if you have outdoor plans and you haven't canceled them already, adjust your plans because there will be some storms around, some of which could be strong to severe, which, matter of fact, will break down that forecast, give you the hour by hour on future radar, and a look ahead through Easter Sunday and into next week as well. All those details and more, it's coming up in a little bit. So here's today's forecast. We're at about 75 to 76 right now at this moment, only making it to 81. So not a huge recovery in temperatures, as maybe a few breaks in the sky, but the latest satellite feed, I mean, it's just showing a mostly cloudy, if not overcast sky, and the better opportunity at more heavy rain and thunderstorms after 2 p.m., starting in our northwestern counties and then moving into Houston later this evening, 4, 5, 6 p.m. at the earliest around southeast Texas. All right, so for Easter Sunday, so just another look, 81 today, down to 68 on Easter Sunday. I mentioned that and highlight it because it's going to be cool. It's going to be a little chilly. I mean, I know 68 doesn't sound cold, but for April, where our typical daytime high is around, let's say, 80 to 81, the upper 60s, that's chilly. And then look at tomorrow morning, 58 degrees and not much of a rebound in daytime highs. And there will be some passing light to moderate showers around tomorrow. Not as high coverage as rain and storms today, but the chance for rain continues into your Sunday forecast. And again, we'll take a look at future radar and a detailed look at that as well in a little bit. All right, so here's radar as we speak. So let's see what the time is. 10:03 a.m. on your Saturday morning. Noticed a couple of hours ago, right around here, right there, it was quiet, mostly cloudy, but look at the rain coverage starting to really ramp up. Not exactly intense rain, but more of a light to moderate shower moving into parts of Sugar Land, downtown Houston, Liberty. We want this rain because we want this to be out, right? Oak season peaks in early and mid-April. It's been pretty high to elevated these last several days. Other allergen categories have been in the moderate side to low side. But the rain will help wash out that pollen. It's what we want. Here's your hour by hour on rain coverage. We talked about this earlier. So anytime between lunchtime and about 3 p.m., that's when rain and even storms start in our northwestern counties, from Brenham to College Station, from Montgomery, Conroe, Spring, up towards Huntsville. That's where rain will begin and then eventually slide south and southeast towards the downtown Houston area, where that's why we have the weather impact alert specifically for, let's say, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. tonight. That's the highest coverage of scattered to numerous showers and a few thunderstorms that could be strong to maybe severe later tonight. All right, here's radar again. Let's start to zoom in and show you like the local area. So there's downtown. Spring's mostly quiet, light to moderate rain out near Alvin, crossing over Texas 288. Sprinkles at best between Richmond and Sugar Land. So right now, it's just, I call these setup showers because they're setting up the stage with all the moisture that's in place to get ready for heavier rain later today. More moderate rain out near Liberty and just northeast of the Loop, east of Roman Forest. There's Mount Bellevue, north of the I-10 corridor. You can see pockets of more moderate rain west of FM 770, for example. Farther north, this is what we've been watching, probably the most active, at least for the last couple of hours. Pretty good downpour, of which is losing a little bit of oomph and strength as it crosses over I-45. However, if you're at Huntsville right now, pretty good moderate downpour right now. And that's eventually moving east towards Trinity and Point Blank, and mostly quiet in North Houston at the moment. Let's go south and southwest between Columbus and Pulaski, FM 524, Freeport, Galveston, mostly quiet. They saw a little bit of sprinkle activity, light rain earlier this morning. But notice we have just that southerly flow, right, that's setting up a ripe atmosphere, a conducive environment for rain to start to move in that could be heavier later this afternoon. So here's the wider reach of things. If you have any friends or family in Dallas, anywhere in North Texas this morning, they got rocked. They got a lot of rain earlier this morning, now moving east towards Tyler, I-30, Texarkana, northeast Texas. Now attached to this large-scale weather system, cold front dropping farther south, moving into the hill country as we speak. And attached to this, that cooler air, gusty winds, and that frontal boundary will move in our direction later this afternoon, this evening. So let's time it out for you. 12:30, rain starting to move into College Station and Brenham. Now watch this closely. Watch how these downpours and these cells, based on this particular forecast model, almost strengthen a little bit as they move farther east. You can see on reflectivity, based on this Futurecast high resolution model, they increase in strength a little bit. So that's why, we're watching it closely later today, because we are in a level 1 out of 5, a marginal risk at seeing an isolated strong to severe storm. Not all of them are going to be severe, bottom line, but there will be a localized downpour somewhere in the area, or an isolated cell that could produce obviously some very localized heavy rain, maybe some small hail up to quarter size possibly, and then some strong straight line winds. That's why this is important, because it's springtime. It's April. We have spring air and humidity in place, and that helps fuel some of these downpours. Here is 6:30 Tomball, Spring, downtown, Sugar Land, Sealy, Katy, out towards Liberty. Pretty good downpours, a broken line of thunderstorms moving through the area, and then by later tonight we lose the daytime heat. We're not going to have much of it, but some of the fuel in the atmosphere, and these storms will start to really decrease in strength by 11 p.m. tonight. And by tomorrow morning, two things. There will be some lingering, passing light to moderate showers in the area, but more importantly, it'll be a little chilly tomorrow morning. Mid to upper 50s around Houston. If your sky's clear in your northern counties later tomorrow morning to kick off Easter, we could see 51, 50 out near College Station, Huntsville. But yeah, it's going to be a little chilly tomorrow morning. Have a light jacket, obviously an umbrella just in case for tomorrow morning if you're heading out to service. Otherwise, during the day tomorrow, a mostly cloudy sky, high temperatures, upper 60s, lower 70s around the Houston metro. Now, I will say, notice as we put this in motion, heavier downpours, let's actually rewind that back. Because, depending on the focal point of this front, watch as we move this back into motion, right? So here's 6:30 tonight, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 o'clock. Now, it looks like a lot of the heavier rain for tomorrow for Easter should remain focused out to the south towards the coastal bend, towards Corpus Christi, Beeville, towards the Rio Grande Valley. However, some models depict that boundary moving a little bit farther north. So that's why we have a chance for rain still for Easter Sunday, but this model says mostly dry with highs near 70, and Monday morning, another chilly start in the 50s across southeast Texas. Right now, we're in the 70s, pretty mild air, again near 81 for a high, southeast winds pouring in the Gulf moisture to get things started. Here's Futurecast and future on the wind speeds, I should say. Here's 3 o'clock today. Cold front drops in, slides through Sealy, Sugar Land, Tomball, Spring, and Houston, where by this afternoon, this evening, wind speeds will remain in the double digits between 15 and 30 miles per hour, and they won't subside until pretty much late tomorrow night into Monday. Now, more importantly, let's chat about this really quickly. A level 1 out of 5 for strong to severe storms around Houston and southeast Texas. That's for, isolated hail and strong straight line winds. And this is still a marginal risk for flooding. So again, we're not expecting widespread thunderstorms that will expect, severe nature. However, some of these downpours could produce a isolated hail threat and an isolated flooding threat. But that's the key word, isolated, in this forecast through tomorrow morning and tomorrow night. Where, a matter of fact, you can see this particular model is going for anywhere from a ½ an inch to some localized areas, 1 to 2 through tomorrow night. If you haven't already, download the KHOU 11 app on your phone. You can download that and have live radar in the palm of your hand. Also stream, updated weathercasts with our weather team on KHOU 11 Plus on your TV. You can download it for free and watch today and have the details on the forecast as it evolves later tonight with a look at radar hour by hour tonight and through tomorrow as well. All right, so here's your 7-day. Today, 81 p.m. storms, 68 for your Easter. I will say, have a jacket, maybe a layer or two for tomorrow, because from 58 to 68 in the middle of spring and the middle of April, it's kind of chilly. Because the normal high this time of year is 80 to 81, so the fact that we're hitting 68 tomorrow for Easter, it's a little chilly. All right, 70 Monday, some lingering isolated activity for Easter and Monday, 77 Tuesday, near 80 on Wednesday, and then another active pattern looks like it's shaping up by the end of next week. Of course, we'll have more updates on that in the days to come, but for now, we're focusing on today, this evening and through tomorrow morning for scattered storms, some of which could be severe. Again, download KHOU 11 on your TV and on your phone to get the latest updates on the weather forecast today as the weather gets a little strong to severe later tonight across southeast Texas. I'm meteorologist Ryan Shoptaw. That was your latest weather forecast. We'll see you later.